Hey, what's going on everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. So for today's video, I'm actually going to show how you can incorporate minor percussion into a worship or contemporary or inspirational style music. Yeah, it's about to get kind of nice up in here. You already know what day it is. It's Tutorial Thursdays. Hey everyone, welcome back to A Percussion Life. My name is Eric Perez. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell just to find out whenever I upload. And if you're back watching again, thank you so much for being a day one. Seriously, for all the love, all the support, all the comments, man, sharing the videos. I am so grateful for all the day ones out there that's just been supporting this channel through it all. So similar to the last video that I did on worship and contemporary inspirational music, where I applied congas, bongos, and djembe, where you can try to do certain things, today's focus is actually going to be on minor percussion, so like chimes, shakers, a rain stick, and there's certain things that you can do really to help kind of elevate that style of music, and certain tips and pointers that can really help you not sound crazy and overplay or look weird while doing these things. And also stick around to the end of the video where I'm actually going to play these parts in context with a song so you can actually get an idea and maybe play along with it yourself at home. So yeah, just stick around and you probably, may enjoy some vibes, some good vibes. So as I'm actually going to show you this stuff, I'm going to give you some pointers. And the first one is try to get as many minor percussion instruments as possible. Get as many shakers as possible. Get different sets of chimes if you can. Get different sets of rain sticks. Any little gadget. Even something like this where you could be like, who cares? It's a sound. It's something that can add some value and maybe add a little bit of uniqueness into this song. And like I explained in the previous video, normally these songs aren't percussionally dominated. It's not out there. We're not very present, but we do add some value to the song. We can really uplift, something from that sounds complete pretty much and then make it sound a lot better just with adding a couple of things. So the first thing is, don't overplay, please. If you're gonna get a shaker, don't shake every 2 seconds and think that you're doing well. Like, I cannot stand when I see a shaker just doing like, I get it, you're playing the shaker, but there's no dynamic, there's no character in your playing. You're just shaking your life away. Or when somebody just plays the chimes every 2 seconds and it's just like it starts getting You don't have to do that. You don't have to chime your life away. You don't have to shake it till you break it. No. You have to just add certain value to the song in certain spaces, in certain parts, and just, ooh, okay, this is a little emptiness. Maybe I could add something there. You have to really listen to the song and feel the moment in order to incorporate these type of instruments. It's something that you have to understand. If that you were hired as a percussionist in that style of music, you have to understand that they chose you over a synth track, to play in the back. Like they chose you for a reason, to add some sort of element and add some sort of depth to something that already sounds good. So the first thing, get as much as possible. The second thing, don't overplay it. And the third thing is know where you're at. So you have to know where the 1 is, but most importantly, you should really know where the 4 is, because the 4 actually helps you prepare for the 1. It actually helps you kind of build to that entrance. Something that percussion does, it actually introduces, or it invites, or it kind of like presents in that style of music. So you have to use those elements to your advantage, and the best way to know is know where you're at. So if you're counting 1, 2, 3, like sometimes they want the chimes to start before so it can land on the 1. So it's very important to know that part in regards to percussion and then adding it into a slow ballad or, you know, some worship songs or things like that. I'll add a couple of live recordings that I was a part of where half of the concert I was playing a lot of hand percussion, but the other half of the concerts I was actually doing a lot of auxiliary and a lot of minor percussion, just adding, because there was no place for hand percussion. So I had to be creative to add different character to each song. It was a lot of songs, so I needed to be creative. So I used certain things to my advantage. So again, number one, get as many minor percussion instruments as possible. 2, don't overplay. 3, know your place, know the time that you're in so you can know where to enter. And number 4, especially if you have mics for this set, know how to use a microphone. Use the microphone as an instrument. Use it to your advantage to add dynamic, to add depth, to add some sort of feel and some sort of story in the song. Something in regards to the 2 live recordings that I'm going to put down below, it was actually recorded by somebody by the name of Danny Duncan. He helped produce it and make sure all the sound was good, and he actually is somebody that is a Grammy Award winning sound engineer, has worked with Israel Houghton, Jonathan Nelson, Marvin Sapp. On the Spanish side, Cristina Claudio, Miel San Marco, Lucia Parker, Barak. So he's actually worked with a lot of people, and in the 2 occasions he's always like, man, you use the mics to your advantage. I'll try to put photos of my setup and see if I could find them. It was so long ago, but something that he did was place the mics the way I played, and he saw that I was using it to add dynamic. So I would go softer on one mic and go louder on one mic and then soften up on another. Use the mics as your instrument. Understand the difference between a dynamic mic and a condenser mic. See how those can add a different style and feel in regards to minor percussion. How a shaker may sound different on a condenser mic versus on a dynamic mic. So those are things you have to kind of already going into the situation and understand the volume. Those things are important during sound checks and things like that, so you can understand how you can add that. So for example, if I were to grab like this shaker and I were to do something like this, crazy, right? It just, something got louder, something was louder right here, and then it came down soft. Like that's what you want to do. You want to add some sort of value rather than just be like, no, you want to understand the mics that you're using. You want to add that value, so when you're doing louder, learn how to use the mics. And something to keep in mind is that every instrument has a technique, has a way to play it. You could just go vroom with some chimes, or, you know, slowly. There's a way to add character to something so simple like the chimes, you know, rather than just going straight down. Maybe trinkle with your fingers and, or when people just grab the rain stick and think just the rain stick, all you have to do is it. No, a rain stick has, a rain stick has a technique. It's a way where you can learn where the beads are and where it's falling, and rather than just dropping it like that, again, using mics to your advantage, know where you're at and then know how to. I love this rain stick. It's so old. I've had it for maybe 10 years, maybe. This is beating up. It's getting all crazy, but I've used this thing and it's bright. You know what I'm saying? Vinyl makes good stuff, I'm trying to tell you. But like I was saying, there's a way to do that. There's a way to play these instruments. Even as something so simple as clave, where you normally play 3-2 or 2-3, you can add certain elements like. crazy, right? Where something so simple like a clave can have dynamics going really bright, loud to kind of soft and mellow. So that's something very important when you're trying to add percussion. Again, don't be so repetitive. Maybe certain songs require it. Maybe the MD is saying, no, I want a constant shaker. Maybe I want chimes on this part. So there are certain things where it depends on the arrangement and the feel of the song, but you have to know, when to come in, when to come out, when to touch this, when not to touch it. So that's very, very important when you're trying to establish kind of like the atmosphere. So I'm gonna end the video here, but before ending the video, I'm actually going to play this in context just to give you some examples of what I'm doing. And the audio I'm gonna be using is actually from a video of a friend of mine. His name is Juan de Arias. He's a great piano player. I'll link his channel down below. Please subscribe, let him know that I sent you. Practice with the stuff that I'm using just so you can kind of feel where I'm going with this song and what he's playing. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. But you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think, and I hope you guys enjoy this song.